And we're starting.
And we're starting.
All right, hey, everybody, hey. Whoa, that was loud.
You always have to blow everyone's eardrums
Maybe, yeah, that's how we know that we're started.
Yep.
Anyway, hey guys, welcome
Hi.
to another episode of Pokebears doing Pokemon talk and
Yep.
reviewing shows and stuff.
And talking about other Pokemon stuff.
Yeah.
So we both have colds today, so if we sound different, that's why.
Yeah, it's gonna be a really exciting episode full of sneezes and coughs.
I'll try to cut them
Stay
out
tuned.
as much as I can. So you just want to jump right into the Pokemon anime?
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
All
Pokemon
right.
anime time. Bum 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 da da da. I want to be the very best. Look, one ever was done.
Good job.
That's the transition music.
Awesome. So our first episode that we watched today was Island of the Giant Pokemon, which is
Episode 17.
episode 17, which is the exciting 3-part finale of the episodes that started with
SSN.
The SSN. Yeah, Battle Aboard the SSN.
Wait, is this the SS Anne or was it
Oh yeah, it was a Saint Anne, right?
Saint Anne? Yeah.
Because randomly they were just like, oh, we're gonna call it the Saint Anne, not the SSN. They do a lot of like little changes like that with some things.
And it's
randomly.
the town of Pallets.
The town of Pallet, or the items that they'll call different things instead of what they actually are.
We're gonna get into that in another episode. But anyway, Island of the Giant Pokemon.
Island of the Giant Pokemon. So we begin the episode with Jesse, James, and Ash, and Brock, and Misty, and they're all stuck on an island
In sand.
After being swept away by the Gyarados. And
Ash is missing 4 of his Pokemon, and Jesse and James are missing their individual Pokemon.
And Brock and Misty have all their Pokemon because
They have no personality.
that would probably be why.
Yeah.
Why didn't they include Butterfree in this episode? That would have been such an easy way to give Butterfree more screen time before
episode 20?
Before episode 20.
Because reasons. Also,
I can't think of any
we
reasons.
we were following like 7 Pokemon. Having to follow 8 Pokemon within 20 minutes, that's kind of a lot of Pokemon.
It is a lot of Pokemon. It is a lot of Pokemon, but it's not like they were giving them all fully rounded character traits anyway. Like they could have.
Well, they kind of did. Like Charmander's like the nice, sensitive one, and Pikachu's the rational one. Squirtle's the badass who is like, hey, maybe they got eaten by other Pokemon. And Bulbasaur's like, I'm the loner guy, because I'm the badass grass type.
But instead of... They couldn't just include Butterfree in there somehow? Like, maybe even instead of Coughing and Ekans?
Butterfree's the quirky, sensitive one.
Yeah, they could have stuck Butterfree in here. Because, I mean, we'll get to this when we get to the Butterfree episode, when we talk about that one. But one of my biggest problems with that was that we haven't had enough screen time with Butterfree in previous episodes.
No, yeah.
To really have an emotional connection to it being
Gone.
released, yeah.
What else? Also, I find it weird that Coughing and Ekans talk like, Master's gone, we find Masters.
Yeah.
And then the other Pokemon are speaking in complete sentences. In subtitles.
Yeah.
Like, is it because they're poison Pokemon, or is it because they're being raised by Jesse and James, who aren't the best Pokemon trainers?
I don't know. It's hard to... I have no idea.
Yeah.
Like, maybe they're just naturally less intelligent Pokemon? I mean, Coughing is literally just an airhead, and Ekans is a snake.
But Pikachu's a mouse.
But it's an electric mouse. So maybe being an electric mouse...
Supercharged its brain?
Supercharged its brain. I have no idea.
No.
I think it's more the writers want to show that Ekans and Coughing are less people because they were raised by Jesse and James.
That's sad.
I know.
Shows how the world works in a way.
It kind of does.
A kind of cynical way of looking at it.
In this episode, they are lost on an island, and Jesse and James find a phone booth. But they have no money, but they can call Giovanni
through Collect.
Which I don't know how that would have translated. Anyway, so they call Giovanni, and Giovanni's voice was so...
Well, he uses the voice distorter. He doesn't want anyone knowing he's connected with Team Rocket. He's a gym leader.
I am Giovanni. It was funny.
What are you doing here?
I don't think Giovanni sounded like that at all.
That's the mouth he was making. He was making tongue things.
Jesus Christ. They call Giovanni, and Giovanni's like, stop wasting my time, because they decide that they're going to do
Why did you do the Team Rocket anthem to me? I am the leader of Team Rocket, and it's 6 o'clock in the morning. Shut up! So then Giovanni ends up not helping them.
Nope. He's just like, whatever. You.
Don't
You're
call
lost.
me again.
Don't call me anymore.
Meanwhile, Pikachu, Charmander, Bulbasaur, and Squirtle, or Ash's Pokemon, as we should probably just call them.
I'd just call them Ash's Pokemon.
Find a Slowpoke, who's just the best.
Yeah. He's just a Slowpoke. I love Slowpoke. I think he is the cutest Pokemon. He's slow.
Slowpoke.
Poke.
Because, like, they ask him for a direction, and he just ignores it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm just going to go fishing.
It'd be really funny if, like, 5 episodes later, they cut back to Slowbro, and he's like, oh, you go that way. Imperfect English.
What else happened?
I don't know. I'm having a hard time recalling this episode, even though we just watched it, because for most of the episode, they're just kind of lost and
Looking for each other.
Yeah,
and,
him looking for
like,
each other.
well, it's a cool episode because we see it from the Pokemon's perspective for at least half of the episode.
Yeah, we do.
And they tried talking to giant replicas of Blastoise and Venusaur.
Who turn out to be robots.
Because Giovanni.
Because Giovanni.
And Pokemon Land.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we find out that Giovanni actually owns the entire island.
So this is your first time ever watching Pokemon. Yeah, no, Charizards and Blastoises and Venusaurs aren't 50 feet high. They're like 5. Venusaur's like 7, but that's
mostly
because
because it's plants, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that must be kind of disappointing. I know I was disappointed when I first found out that Blastoise was 5'3". I didn't find that out. I didn't figure that out for a while. I started playing the games when I was like 8 or whatever. And then when I was like 12, I found out that Blastoise was 5'3", and I was like 5'6" at the time. And I was like, I'm taller than Blastoise? It's kind of disappointing.
That is disappointing. It's a giant
I'm only 12.
turtle cannon,
With
man.
cannons on its back, but it's only 5'3". And I had seen this episode of the anime as well. This was one of the few episodes I had seen.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, at first I thought, oh, all of the fully evolved forms are like 50 feet tall. That's pretty cool. Nope. They're not. They're just mechanical.
Yeah.
They're just mechanical.
Just mechanical. Oh, I don't know if that made sound. We'll cut it out.
Nope. Nick opened a Pepsi. It happened.
It's
It's part of the episode now. Nick supports Pepsi.
the refreshing taste of Pepsi.
Woo! So then we meet all the giant Pokemon, and we see a giant Zapdos and Moltres. First time we're seeing in the anime. A lot of these Pokemon, actually, this is the first time we're seeing in the anime.
Kabutops, Zapdos, Moltres.
Like, really cool Pokemon that would be fun to see, but
aren't.
they're just mechanical robots.
That are still somehow able to do their Pokemon elemental moves, though.
Yeah, like, they can use, like, Charizard uses Flamethrower, which seems really dangerous to me, that 50-foot mechanical dragon is
normally no one's
flames.
gonna be there, so
it's okay if it just burns down the entire resort on its own.
It's
and
only
Giovanni loses millions of dollars.
programmed to only breathe fire up in the sky or in rocky areas where it won't catch anything on fire.
I'm sure that's totally part of it.
Theme park safety rules. You gotta program that stuff in, man. Mm-hmm. It's true.
This turns out to
or the Blastoise is always right next to it and just hydro pumps everything after.
It turns out to be a Jurassic Park remake instead, where they all go loose and kill all the trainers.
That'd be fun.
It would be. So that's pretty much the whole episode. They're lost. They
find each
with
other.
The giant Pokemon.
Jesse and James use a phone booth for protection to navigate.
Yeah, and they're dragging the phone booth. Like, they're inside the phone booth and they're pulling the phone booth like wire, cord, and they're dragging the full like phone booth along, and then they find a
giant Kabutops.
Yeah, giant Kabutops, and then they find a little cart that has like a track, like a little, I guess it's supposed to be like a little roller coaster or something.
Yeah,
it's not hooked up to anything, so it's just kind of there.
And then they find the trainers, and then they find all the Pokemon who had been gathered together.
And somehow this little wooden cart, it looks like a little mining cart. Somehow this little wooden mining cart is able to pull all of the giant Pokemon robots
because they all get stuck on it. Yep.
And I don't know how that happens, how that works.
Physics
is a thing. Then it's revealed that this was all owned by Giovanni, and he just lost a crap ton of money, like millions of dollars. Which I guess to Giovanni, that'd be like 1% of his income. That would suck. Yeah.
It's probably a decent amount, probably like a third.
A third.
Or.
So after after this episode, he's still letting team like Jesse and James buy helicopters and boats and.
Because yeah.
So I said maybe this is the episode the Giant Dragonite is from.
Oh,
maybe he's actually a robot Dragonite from the earlier episode.
That gained sentience and thought it was an actual Dragonite?
Yeah, maybe.
Huh.
Wouldn't that be interesting?
That would be interesting. Too bad it's never explored again.
Yeah, no. I mean, all these arcs are all not even arcs, but all these little random episodes are just filler, right?
Pretty much.
So that's pretty much the whole episode.
Yeah.
It's what?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's just an episode.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. It was exciting to watch.
Yeah, it was kind of fun, and it was kind of dumb and pointless, but it felt harmless.
Yeah. And I do like the fact that we do get to see the Pokemon's personalities. Because normally we just see them under Ash's commands.
Yeah. I mean, they're not developed in any way. None of them have any arcs or anything.
They're not developed, no, but now we get the actual insights of, okay, so Bulbasaur is a little shit who talks smack but doesn't do anything.
And Squirtle's just a
Squirrel calls it like it is.
He does.
Because they find the giant Venusaur, the Pokemon, and Pikachu says, "Hey, Bulbasaur, why don't you try talking to the Venusaur? You guys are like family." And Bulbasaur's like, "Yeah, no, I have no family. I'm an orphan." And Charmander's like, "True point." And Squirrel's like, "Yeah, bullshit. You're a coward.
You're just a coward."
Coward.
Yeah, that was fun. So I gave the episode 3 Voltorbs.
I gave it 3.5. It was entertaining to watch.
Yeah, I wasn't bored by it, and it definitely didn't make me angry or anything.
No.
It was just kind of.
It was there.
It was just kind of there.
I think that's a good first episode to watch if you're being introduced to Pokemon.
Really?
I mean, it would probably require some backstory, but if you purely want to entertain someone.
Yeah, I would say it's a good filler episode. It was what it needed to be. Yeah. It was harmless, but I thought it was kind of dumb. So we're moving on to Tentacool and Tentacruel.
Episode 18.
Episode 18.
So, apparently, that island also has a town connected to it.
What was it called?
Calicosta.
No.
It's something.
Port something.
Port Costa.
I mean, it was such a.
It's a filler town.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really matter.
I'm surprised we forgot what it was called. We get to this town and they find a horsey in the water and it has a black eye. And it tells them it shoots out an ink spray and it draws a little Tentacool and a Tentacruel in the water. Which it's
really good at.
Yeah, it's really good at
an animal.
Yeah, that was if an actual animal had done that, I wouldn't have listened to what it said. I would have been like, "Holy f***, I'm getting away from this thing. This is scary."
The devil.
Yes. Then we get to we see that there's a boat that just catches fire. Which, by the way, all the boats in the anime
have no luck.
Have no luck. They're either sinking or going upside down
or exploding.
So we find out that all the boats are being attacked by Tentacool and Tentacruel
for unknown reasons.
And
but then we also find out that a hotel is being built in the middle of a coral reef.
So that might be the actual reason.
I don't know. They haven't made that explicitly clear yet, so it might not be.
Maybe not.
Who knows? Maybe they're just attacked for no reason whatsoever.
It could be. So you want to talk about old lady
Nastina.
Nastina?
Yeah, well, I mean, her name certainly fits her.
If you name your kid Nastina, she's going to grow up to be a bitch. There's no way she's not.
You're not going to hear of a Saint Nastina.
No. No, we're never gonna find out that Wonder Woman's real name is Nestina. Like, it's not
like,
gonna be a thing.
So, like, her name's Diana.
I know that. I know that.
Okay, I was just saying, maybe they don't. Maybe they don't. We have people listening. They're like, who's Wonder Woman? And we're like,
this isn't a DC podcast.
Well, yeah, but you still got pop culture references. Batman and Superman just came out. I don't know.
That movie was terrible.
Yeah, man, I haven't seen it yet, man. Like, I don't know. I still haven't seen Man of Steel, man.
See Man of Steel, then go see... Well, don't go see it. Wait until it comes out on video. Because it was terrible.
I might just watch it online.
Sure.
Okay.
So, Nestina.
Okay, so Nestina, let me tell, for those of you who aren't watching the show, just listening to the podcast, which, thank you, but...
Watch the show.
Watch the show, too. It makes a whole lot more sense.
Yeah, it helps keep it alive if you're just watching the show with us.
So anyway, Nestina is like this 80-year-old lady who's like the size of a 12-year-old, shorter than Ash, with like really bright, vibrant Wendy's hair, who wears it in pigtails too, but she's just got the face of like an 80-year-old gross man. Like
if Elmira was suddenly like an 80-year-old lady,
exactly,
and was
she talks like this too. Hey, you can't do that, Tentacool. We should strike a business deal. La, 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 la. I'm Donald Trump, the girl version.
She was so... I'm glad she wasn't in a ton of this episode.
No.
Like,
she's just like the character of the day.
Yeah,
a very terrible character of the day.
She was in a good portion of this episode, but she wasn't, like, the main focus.
No.
Because if it was, I would give this, like, a 1 Voltorb.
So they meet Nestina, who's the one building the hotel, and she offers them $1 million bounty for specifically exterminating all the Tentacool in the area.
Oh, which, by the way, I wanted to point this out, because we talked about it briefly when we were watching the episode. She has all of these, like... young men in like little speedos, like little skinty clad men. I actually kind of like it was a little gross, but at the same time, you pointed out that like if it was an 80-year-old man and he was surrounded by a bunch of women, she's the female pervy guy. Yeah, I kind of like that. Yeah, it's cool, but she's also terrible. That. Yeah, so you never see that. So good for Pokemon for switching the gender stereotype. Yeah, I like that. Good for them. Good for them. But so Misty's like, no, that's stupid. Why should we do that? Because Tentacool are such beautiful creatures. They have a red dot called the Jewel of the Sea. And Brock's like, well, who's they? I've never heard that before. Well, yeah, I call it that. Then, so they're walking out, and then everyone hears about this $1 million bounty, and they're like, oh, please pay me the $1 million. Pay me. But then Team Rocket shows up. In a boat. When they don't have money. And when they don't have money, and in the last episode, Giovanni was like, I hate you, don't call me anymore. So where do they get the money? And then Giovanni just lost, like, millions of dollars on the friggin'... Maybe they stole the boat. Maybe. They are criminals. I mean, in the next episode, their criminal plan is to look for fallen change, but maybe they were competent for a change and stole a boat. Maybe. Good for Team Rocket. Good for them. They're making progress. Yep. And then right after this episode suddenly kicks into high gear, and a giant tentacle appears. Hold on. No, let's talk about how it appeared. Oh, yeah. Because Team Rocket has a plan for exterminating the Tentacool. Mm-hmm. They have what is obviously poison or like some sort of like calamari maker in a barrel that is very badly photoshopped with a picture of Tentacool on it. So they go out in the middle of the ocean. They're being attacked by all the Tentacool because there's like 10,000 instead of like I don't know 100. How many thought they were gonna be. And so they're like, we don't have enough of it. So the barrel falls over and it hits a Tentacool. And instead of dying, it just all of a sudden evolves into a giant Tentacruel that is 70 feet tall. It's like taller than skyscrapers. And telepathic. It's huge. Yeah, and it's telepathic. No, it's not telepathic. The other Tentacool is, remember? Oh, that's true. Yeah. This episode got really weird. It's an Independence Day. Suddenly, it's like Independence Day meets a kaiju film. Meets Captain Planet. Where the Tentacruel start destroying the city, like straight up destroying
with
the city.
lasers.
With lasers, they shoot lasers. That's not a Pokemon move. You can't just make that shit up.
Hyper Beam.
Tentacool cannot learn Hyper Beam.
Well, yeah, but if you get a Pokemon angry enough, maybe it's like. Ah!
That has never happened before. That is not canon.
Yeah. Well, I mean, electric types hit ground Pokemon.
That's true. That's true. So Giant Tentacool causes a tidal wave. And this is a good point to bring this up. This is one of the first episodes of the Pokemon anime that was banned. Because there was like a tsunami. I don't know if it was after the big one in the 2000s or if there was another one. I can't.
I saw this when in the 90s when it came out. So
yeah, it came out in the 90s.
It got banned after that.
But it got banned after there was a tsunami. I don't know if it was like the big one, the big tsunami that happened in
Indian Ocean.
Yes.
One of those.
There. I can't remember when when it happened after, but it was banned because of the tsunami that happens in the episode. So yeah.
That tsunami is a huge man because like Team Rocket is on a skyscraper needle and it still swipes them off.
Yeah.
How is everyone else not dead?
I don't know. Yeah, there are buildings destroyed, like leveled. Like the Tentacool straight up destroyed.
They nuked.
Yeah.
The town.
They did. There's a good portion of this city that is destroyed after the Tentacool attack.
Meanwhile, Misty's like, "Oh no, Tentacruel's in danger."
I know. I was like, "No, that Tentacool is fine."
Worry about yourself.
Worry about yourself. Worry about the other people. Get the other people out of the buildings. They are dying. They are being crushed by fallen debris. Don't worry about the Tentacruel. It's fine.
The Tentacruel that is attacking the town.
It's taking care of itself. Yeah.
For as far as we know, no reason whatsoever yet.
Yeah.
Oh, but then the Tentacruel uses one of the Tentacool's telepathic powers, grabs the Meowth, and speaks through it.
Yeah. So the Tentacruel, the giant Tentacool, picks up a Meowth, and then another little Tentacool comes on top of it. And if you've seen Independence Day, it's like that same exact thing where it goes over its head. Meowth's eyes are glowing randomly.
Mm-hmm.
And then it speaks through the Meowth to talk about how their ecosystem is being hurt
being destroyed and by Nastina's hotel thing.
Right.
So causes more damage, repeats itself saying that humans should die and stuff.
Yep.
And then Misty is like climbing this thing and then says, "Tentacruel, we're sorry.
Please go away." And Tentacruel's like, "Well, fine, but if you do it again, I'm not gonna stop next time."
And then Misty's like, "Okay."
And then that was it, right?
Yeah. Oh,
they do smack Nestina the away.
Yeah, because Nestina shoots at the Tentacruel because tanks have not been working. So yeah, a rocket launcher should work.
Rocket launcher should work fine.
No, the Tentacruel just smacks her over into the horizon.
Yep. We do see her later.
With her cousin.
Why is that randomly a thing?
I don't know. Well, why are Nurse Joy's and Officer Jenny's a thing?
Oh. So it's not just the Nurse Joys and the Officer Jenny's, it's also the Nestinas.
Humans probably have a very not diverse biology in the Pokemon world. There's probably
just like the Pokemon.
There's probably 10 other Ashes out there, at least.
That's why. There's always been another Ash.
No, the Ash we're following has the same memories as other Ashes.
I thought I had a theory.
Nope. I'm sorry.
That's fine. Anyway, so that was pretty much the end of it.
Wait.
What?
So they send out their Pokemon. Mm-hmm. They pair out 3 Pokemon with 3 flying Pokemon.
Yeah.
Zubat is somehow holding a Squirtle.
It is.
And
I don't know how it's able to hold it.
Because the Bulbasaur is using Butterfree with its fines, and Pikachu is riding on Pidgeot's back, but the Zubat's just attach yourself to my belly, Squirtle. Even its little thinly legs things are still just hanging out there.
They're magnetic. Zubat, use strength and fly. Yeah.
And telekinesis.
That was so stupid. And telekinesis. Yep. That was really dumb. Overall, what do you think of this episode?
Oh, also Misty catches the horsey.
Somehow. Oh, yeah. I don't remember that happening.
It happens.
I know it does, because I know she has it, but... I don't remember.
This episode does not actually show.
It doesn't show a lot of things, yeah.
A lot of things that actually happened that it doesn't show.
Yeah, like, we don't see a lot of the buildings crumble, but
they're crumbled
in the later on.
So I'm giving it 2.5.
I am too.
It's an entertaining episode, but it has a lot of inconsistencies.
And it's really bizarre. Yeah. Like, it's entertainingly bizarre, and it's bizarre.
Nastina's just so annoying.
Mm-hmm.
So annoying.
If she had been in more of this episode, I would have hated it, but...
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of those episodes that's, like, really weird and stupid, but more or less harmless.
Yeah.
Like, it's entertaining, even if it's accidentally so.
So, yeah, 2.5.
2.5. Like, I didn't hate it, but I didn't like it, really. So, moving on.
Episode 19, The Ghost of Maiden's Peak.
Man, these episodes were weird.
Yeah.
Like, all of these...
These are pretty much all filler episodes.
Yeah, all three of these first 3 episodes were really weird.
Mm-hmm.
You had the giant island, giant Pokemon, then you had a Tentacool attack Giga City, and now you have this weird-ass episode.
Mm-hmm. They catch a ride to the mainland, and they land in this town that's celebrating a festival.
Are they in a new town? I thought... Oh, yeah, they did, because they were on a boat. Because I thought they mentioned...
No,
they said earlier in the episode that it was the same town.
Oh, no. They were on a boat from... In the end of the last episode, they went on a boat to go onto the mainland. Mm-hmm. And then on the mainland, the guy on the announcer said, "Hey, guys from the previous town, come..." That's a funny cough.
Sorry.
"Hey, guys from the previous town, come celebrate this festival that we're having." So, that's where.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that in the beginning of this episode, Brock's like, "Oh, summer's going to a close. I missed all the cool summer stuff." And it's like, dude, no one forced you to go with Ash. You could have at any point been like, "Hey, you know what? I'm gonna enjoy my summer. We'll meet up in Saffron City."
Yeah. See you there.
See you there. It'll probably take you that long to find Saffron City anyway because you're an idiot, Ash.
Also, Saffron City is a pretty nice place to live, I would imagine.
Yeah.
It's pretty big and, like, not annoying.
Pretty. Yeah.
And pretty.
So we get to the island. And there's this, like, ghost lady that Brock and James are both, like...
And Pikachu.
In love with. Pikachu?
Well, Pikachu sees it.
Oh, yeah, Pikachu sees it. But they're all like, "Oh, she's so pretty. We're going to be in love with her."
She's got purple hair and everything.
She's got purple hair and everything. And then she randomly disappears. And like I mentioned earlier, Team Rocket has an evil plan in this episode. Their plan is that they're going to look for fallen change.
Oh yeah.
That people drop during the festival.
I love the only piece of fallen change we see them pick up because it's another Photoshop
of a penny, yeah.
But then in all the other shots following it, we see that it's a yen because it has a little square hole in it.
And the really funny thing about that is that as stupid as their evil plan is, Officer Jenny still calls them out on it.
But she's like, "Oh, you guys are being good Samaritans. You're reporting fallen change to the police."
Like, even with their dumbest evil, quote-unquote, schemes, that should work, really. There's no reason why it shouldn't work. They still can't get away with it.
You know. And apparently everyone's being frugal and not dropping change everywhere.
Mm-hmm. Then they find that there's this old lady who's telling them about the legend of the Maiden lady, who 2,000
years ago waited for her love to return from war and has stayed on this little peak.
Turned into a rock. Then.
Because biology,
yeah. If you die, you turn into a rock.
Yeah.
That can happen. Oh no, and this was my favorite line of the episode, was when Brock was like, "That's the most beautiful rock I've ever seen."
Wait, that was Brock who said that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He is a rock type gym leader.
Yeah, so...
Makes sense.
Makes sense. You're, well, this is funny when Team Rocket said, or Meowth said, Team Rocket is really slipping because they were falling off of, like, a rock or something, or, like, into the water.
Because James was, like, slipping off of the little guardrail, and Meowth said, Team Rocket is really slipping. That's not funny.
They really are. Then Brock and James are both missing the next night.
Because Brock's just sitting there looking at the statue, and Ash is like, "Brock, this is boring as hell. Can we just go to the Pokemon Center?" Brock says like, "Yeah, no, I'll catch up. Don't worry."
And then your theory was what after they couldn't find him later, he didn't come back, and your theory was, he's naked
and humping the statue.
Naked and humping the statue. They go through the rest of the episode is pretty much, oh, we really like this ghost lady, and this other random old lady is telling us about the legend and
it repeats itself.
And then it repeats itself, and it doesn't really go anywhere. But then it picks up. It picks up once the Team Rocket motto happens.
Yeah.
because James is still missing, and Jessie runs into Ash.
She does the motto by
herself. And that was probably one of the most entertaining parts of the episode.
It's the best motto we've heard because, like, she does it. She tries doing James, and it's like, oh man, it's really a drag. that's just kind of funny. And then we hear James, like, drunken, sleep deprived version of it.
James.
And then he comes bursting in.
Mm-hmm.
Brock and James are making out, basically.
They had a threesome with the ghost.
Yeah, they spent the night.
Yep. Yeah, so then the old lady says, oh yeah, all the men who pass this way fall under the spell of the ghost lady. And Nick was like, ha, Ash is a girl.
Yeah. And then in order to, like, help with the ghost,
to keep it away,
I really hate American dubs because, like, what do they even call them? Like,
just
sticky?
just
sticky
stickers.
Tags?
Like
no,
stickers. Here, there's a sticker that'll keep them away.
No, just call them purification tags. Yeah. Like, it's so easy.
And it's really cool.
Like, you stick them on the forehead, and, like, the ghost is sealed, or you're protected from ghosts.
It's such an interesting way to, like, because I know what they're doing. They're trying to avoid, like, a mistranslation to the American kids. But it was like it's a cool one of those things is like a cool way to introduce a bit of Japanese culture to
like education. It's not the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, instead of just avoiding it altogether.
Yeah, it's a shame.
Yeah, well, whatever. Yeah. Like the English dub, they just don't give me.
So then anyway, night happens.
Mm-hmm. And then this is the part where the episode really jumps the shark.
It gets silly.
It gets so f***ing stupid.
Hey, it turns out the ghost is a ghost Pokemon.
It's Ghastly. Well, we gotta connect this to the Pokemon anime somehow.
Yeah.
I feel like this was actually a script for some other TV show that they just lost.
Like Supernatural
like, right,
True Blood,
something else entirely.
So then Ghastly starts battling them using not actual Pokemon moves.
Nope. He turns into a mousetrap to catch Pikachu. He turns into a mongoose to get
Ekans
away.
Coughing.
Yeah.
Because the mongoose is wearing a gas mask. No smoking!
It was actually kind of amusing. But it's so, like, detached from everything that is Pokemon that it's kind of stupid. Like, on its own, the episode, like, as its own little piece of storytelling, the episode's not that bad.
But as a Pokemon
episode...
It's weird.
It's weird and stupid and doesn't need to exist at all.
Yeah.
So, like, it's not going to make my, like, top 10 worst episodes of this season of Pokemon. But
it's not your top 10 favorite.
By any means. I gave it 2 Voltorbs.
Yeah.
Because it just gets dumb.
So, by the way, they lose against the Ghastly.
They do.
Because the Ghastly's too strong. But then it's Sun.
But then the Sun comes out, so it just goes away, and that's pretty much the end.
Yep.
I'm gonna go away to... By the way, the Ghastly is one of the few Pokemon in the whole show that speaks perfect English.
Oh, yeah. And it's, like, really stupidly sexy voice. Like, I'm Ghastly, yes. I will protect the legend of the Maiden on the peak.
Yep. And I have a feeling that when we get formally introduced to the Ghastly later on, it's gonna be like, Ghastly, Ghastly, Ghastly.
It's not that annoying, but yeah, it's pretty much that. Ghastly.
Yeah, from what I remember, it was not sexy voiced.
Not English. Sexy voiced, and it spoke its name.
Mm-hmm.
I'm giving it 2 Voltorbs too.
Yeah, because it's not difficult to watch, but this is not a Pokemon episode.
No, it drags on because it repeats itself a lot.
Yeah, it does.
Like, it could have been a 15-minute episode.
Yeah.
Maybe even 10.
Yeah. Which happens a lot with these episodes. They're either way too long or way too short.
Yeah.
Well, the story is, and then, you know, they have to meet that 20-minute runtime regardless.
Right.
Like, all if they can't make that 20-minute runtime.
So then the last episode for this podcast. This episode of the podcast. This podcast episode. This
Podisode.
Podisode. I don't think that's podcast. Okay, we'll call it that. Podcast episode. Episode 20. Bye Bye Butterfree.
Spoiler.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this was my big problem with this episode. Right off the back, I was like, you know what? Why is this going to be an emotional episode? Because we haven't seen Butterfree in that many episodes.
Like, the last time we saw Butterfree was when Ash...
I mean, the last time we saw Butterfree was during Tentacool, but it didn't do anything.
No, it just flew
Bulbasaur,
and it didn't even do anything with Bulbasaur.
Exactly.
Like, the last time we saw Butterfree as a character was when he traded for Eradicate.
And I was like, you know what? He could have just kept the trade. There would have been no change to the story, except this episode wouldn't exist.
This episode wouldn't exist. Or maybe we would see the Top Hat guy dealing with Team Rocket and stuff. Which would be funny.
Yeah, that would. I mean, that wouldn't have been a bad change either.
No.
Follow someone else for just like an episode.
That happens on occasion.
Yeah. So I went back and I counted it, and before this episode 20, Butterfree appeared in I think 5 episodes.
So a quarter of the episodes.
Huh. And yet he gets an entire episode dedicated to his goodbye. When we haven't even seen him in like 4 or 5 episodes.
Yeah.
You know, so that was my big problem right off the back, but
no emotional
not enough. Yeah, there wasn't enough emotional build up throughout the series. But this episode is actually not terrible. Well, until Team Rocket, but we'll get there. We'll get there.
So it starts off with Ash and Misty and Brock going off to a cliff and be like, hey, that's a really deep cliff. Look at those rocks.
Yeah.
Okay, where are we?
That was like 30 seconds of screen time where they were just looking at rocks. I forgot about that.
Interesting way to start off the episode. Oh, hey, if we follow this path at Saffron City. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, cool. Let's go on that path. Okay.
Oh, look, Butterfree.
Oh, hey, a bunch of Butterfree.
Yeah, a bunch of Butterfree.
What are these Butterfree doing? Oh, hey, they're doing the mate dance.
Yeah, they're gonna go have babies.
Okay. Oh, hey, maybe my Butterfree will have babies. Yeah.
And then Brock is like, if you don't let your Butterfree cross the sea, you'll never have babies. It's like, okay, thanks, Brock.
Thanks, Brock. Sorry about the Charmander.
Yeah. Yeah. He's just bitter that he didn't get to keep Charmander. He's like, no, you had to get rid of your Butterfree now.
You get a Pokemon, you get rid of a Pokemon, Ash. You.
So, the point of the episode
is that the Butterfree's trying to get laid.
Yeah. Butterfree is trying to have his little like adventure with his new family or whatever. They go and they find a little hot air balloon in the middle of nowhere, and they're like, "Oh, lucky thing, there was this hot air balloon that we could rent."
Yeah, it is
in the middle of this empty field.
I also like how Brock's just able to navigate it.
Yeah,
like, it's just
he knows how to use a hot
I'm a rock type team leader. Shouldn't I know how to fly a hot air balloon?
Yeah, that sounds like something I should be able to do. No, you, I can do
it. And then we see this like hot southern chick release one of her Butterfree, and I love Brock in these moments. Mm-hmm. He's like, Butterfree, get that Butterfree! But that Butterfree, get it now! If you make it fall in love with it, then I'll fall in love with that girl, and you gotta do it, Butterfree! Do it for me now! I need this! I need this Butterfree! God, I'm so lonely!
Poor Brock, just trying to get laid. He probably hasn't jacked off in...
I know, he probably can't,
months, Months, yeah, because
if he's caught doing that with a 10-year-old,
yeah, that would not look very good.
No,
it
wouldn't.
That's why Brock's always horny. He's just so backed up.
Yeah.
Anyway,
and Missy's too small, too little, too
young. I hope so. I hope Misty's too young. So yeah, this episode it gets really, really cute. Yeah. When they're like trying to get Butterfree to look all cute for the pink Butterfree.
Oh yeah, this pink Butterfree that has a strut.
Yeah, it's like wiggling its little butt around while it's flying.
Yep. So this Butterfree is wagging its like little ass around.
Yep. Trying to seduce the other Butterfree.
And Ash's Butterfree is just like head over heels over this one.
Mm-hmm. And it smacks Butterfree away. Poor
Shut
thing.
Down at its prime.
Yep.
To quote Brock.
Yep. So Butterfree goes down and starts crying, and they find Butterfree, and they're like, "Oh no, we'll just spruce you up a little bit." And
spruce you up. Let's pimp you up, man.
Yeah, they give him a little yellow scarf. It's all adorable.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's genuinely like really cute.
Yeah. like they are trying their hardest.
They really are. He's like, okay, so you'll just go up and you'll use your little like moves and like whirlwind and tackle and stun spore to try to seduce this Butterfree.
Doesn't work though.
It doesn't work, but it might have worked if they had kept at it.
Yeah. Oh,
but no,
it doesn't. They don't keep at it because Team Rocket.
Yay! Team Rocket's here! Yay! And they have a goddamn helicopter
because they have no money.
Yep.
So helicopters are free.
And Giovanni is not going to give them any more money. But hey.
It is a Team Rocket helicopter, though, because it has an R on it.
Maybe they stole it from the other members of Team Rocket.
How many other members of Team Rocket are there? How come, like, we haven't seen any since the cruise line? And how come they're the only ones we've seen?
Because reasons and things. They're busy, like, doing other actual evil stuff. They're not just following Misty and Ash and Brock around. They're actually, like... Stealing things,
running casinos.
Running casinos, like stealing pieces of art, doing heists. They're like, oh yeah, we're not using the helicopter, go use it for whatever you gotta do. Whatever, we're gonna steal another one. Anyway, so they have a giant net on their helicopter and they capture all the random Butterfree and then they go to the warehouse? What was that?
It's a warehouse.
It's like a little warehouse.
They have a warehouse with like 100 Butterfree.
What happened to all the other trainers that were in the hot air balloons?
I don't know. Ash is apparently the only one who ever does anything ever because he was the only one who sent out his Pokemon against Tentacruel. He was the only one leading the Pokemon in the SSN.
Mm-hmm.
He was the only one who goes to the warehouse.
Mm-hmm.
I guess other trainers are just incompetent.
Or maybe they just don't give a
Like, oh hey, yeah, I already have a Blastoise, Pidgeot, and a whole bunch of other awesome Pokemon. Butterfree, you can just go.
You know what? Team Rocket, you can have Butterfree.
Yeah.
You can have this Butterfree. I don't care. I got a friggin' like Dragonite in my back pocket.
I gotta write you, man. Like, come on.
Who cares? So they free the Butterfree. Well, Ash's Butterfree frees the Butterfree.
Yeah, because Ash's Butterfree was the only Butterfree not caught. Oh, that's why. Ash's Butterfree was the only Pokemon not caught.
So the others just didn't give a shit if Team Rocket had their Butterfree. All right.
So Ash's Butterfree manages to break a wooden net containing Butterfree, so they all escape.
Just by beating the shit out of it with his face.
Yeah.
So all the Butterfree get out, and then Team Rocket try to capture them again,
But then Pikachu and Butterfree fuse to form Pika-Free.
And then Pikachu gets on. This was the best part.
Yeah.
When Pikachu lands on the windshield of the helicopter, and it cuts Team Rocket and they go, it's gonna shock us! And then it comes back to Pikachu, he's like, Pikachu!
It's gonna shock us!
It's gonna shock us! It's gonna shock us!
And then back and forth. And then they go down.
And then they go down in flames. That was funny. Like, every episode could feature that, and I would hate Team Rocket a little less. So that's the end of Team Rocket.
For this episode.
I wish it was forever, but it's just for this episode.
No, yeah. They'll never die. They were immortal.
I know. I no.
I love James.
Yeah.
And Jessie.
No.
Well, Jessie and I don't know as much. She's kind of mean, but James is just goofy.
Yeah. James is definitely the best part of Team Rocket. Yeah. He's usually the one that gets the laugh.
Yeah.
The others are just awful.
Meowth's made me laugh on occasion.
Not me.
And Jessie, when she makes me laugh, she makes me laugh a lot.
Yeah, like when they were doing their little cheer and she was like...
Yeah, pretty much.
Or when she was doing the solo Team Rocket motto.
Yeah. She finds her way.
But in almost every episode they've been in, if they had been cut from the episode and the writers had used another tactic,
different plot device?
Another plot device to try to round out the arc, it would have been a much better episode.
Probably.
It's just lazy, easy writing. Like,
it would have
been, it is.
Like, focus more on the Butterfree or the Southern chick or the owner of the pink Butterfree.
Or if they had actually had any Pokemon battles in any of these episodes.
Yeah, that's true. We haven't seen an actual Pokemon battle in
a while. Not since AJ, right? Because if you don't count the one that that the gentleman was like, nope, we're just stopping this battle.
Oh, yeah.
On the SS Anne. I haven't had to update my little Ash's battle record in a good minute.
That is sad, man.
Right? It's a Pokemon anime, but we've seen less than 12 battles.
Wait, Lieutenant Surge.
That's true. That is true.
So since Lieutenant Surge, we haven't seen
But we still have seen less than like 12 battles, and it's been 20 episodes.
Yeah.
That's kind of sad.
A little bit.
That's sadder than Butterfree leaving. So the end of the episode,
Butterfree leaves.
Yeah, at the end of the episode, they don't really like explain why Butterfree had to leave.
It had to go make babies.
It had to go make babies, but really, either Ash could have caught the other Butterfree, and then just put them both in the piece and like given them to like Oak to hold on to, and then they could have been happy together.
Sea, man. They have to go across the sea.
I think it was more like the writers needed Ash to not have Butterfree because they wanted to make room for other Pokemon, but they didn't want to just rot in the PC.
Yeah. Because it is around this point in the game that you're replacing your Butterfree.
Yeah. If you have a Butterfree. I always tried to, like, keep my Butterfree or Beedrill or whatever I had in Gen 1 until the very end. The same with other generations. I like to keep the bug Pokemon at least through one run through the game. But they do get outclassed.
So then they do a little flashback, which features, I think, 5 episodes.
Yep. No, it only showed, I think, 2 or 3.
Oh, yeah.
And most of those, like, they had to slow down. They had to do slow motion Ash catching Butterfree or Caterpie because, you know, they had time to fill
the
up.
Metapod.
Yep.
Oh, and then they're also playing the actual theme song.
Yeah.
In the episode.
Yeah, randomly. Not randomly. They could have used different music, maybe.
Yeah.
So then they say goodbye to Butterfree. It could have been more emotional if, like, Butterfree had been more developed as a character, or if he had been in other episodes, but whatever.
Yeah. Goodbye, Butterfree. Bye-bye, Butterfree.
Bye-bye, Butterfree. And, you know, the sad thing is, like, during the first part of this episode, I liked Butterfree because it was really cute. It had a really cute beginning, this episode did. I thought I was going to really like it.
Yeah.
But then Team Rocket had to come in, and then it was just, like, lazy writing.
Butterfree, tackle the helicopter. Stun Spore the helicopter.
On the blade so that the stun spore just doesn't go anywhere.
And just spreads everywhere else, paralyzing hundreds of people. So how many Voltorbs are you giving it?
2.5. My meh score.
2.5, yeah.
Which actually is kind of worse considering that this was supposed to be like an emotional goodbye to a character.
A non-filler episode.
Yeah, exactly. So that's our 4-episode anime review of the week.
Woo! We'll do more.
We will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
Alright, so now we're going to move on to the Pokemon of the week. Oh, no, wait. You want to talk about the Pokemon rap.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God, the Poke Rap.
Because we have not talked about it. Not even once.
Not even once. And we've watched 20 episodes.
So we've seen the Pokemon rap go through it in its entirety like 8 times or something.
There's 5 episodes a week. So
they do 30? What do they do?
Yeah,
30?
this is the 4th time now.
Yeah, that we've seen the whole thing back to front?
Yeah.
Alright, so what do you want to say about it?
Well, it's fun to sing to. I just wish they didn't cycle through it so much.
Yeah, so we get friggin' sick of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, this is actually a pretty good episode to bring it up on, because it was this episode that they have one of their biggest problems. They show Poliwag twice. The first time, they call it Poliwrath, but it's just a Poliwag. And then they show Poliwag.
And call it Poliwag.
So, it goes Poliwag, Poliwhirl, and then back to Poliwag.
Yep. Why do they do that? Do the animators just not give it a shit?
Or they just didn't have a picture of Poliwrath at the time.
Mm-hmm. As in, like, end of the episode bookmark, do you think, like, it's a good addition to the episode?
It helps with the little kids memorizing all the Pokemon, so that way, when they see a Pokemon, they're like, hey, I remember that one from the Poke Rap, I like that one, yay! Except for Poliwrath.
I like that they do it so quickly, because I think it would do it a bigger disservice if they didn't. Because I like it when, like, there's a Pokemon that we are revealed to, like Pinsir in one of the earlier episodes. And it's like, oh, wow, that's a really interesting and completely different Pokemon from what we've seen. I like it better when they're, like, a bigger reveal.
Yeah. So the Pokerap's like the teaser, and then the actual episode is the reveal.
Yeah.
I see, yeah. So, yeah, that's all I had to say about the Pokerap.
Yeah. It's cute.
Catch 'em, gotta catch 'em all. Oh, Pokemon.
The writers of the songs are, like, the only ones who are really...
Trying.
Yeah, they're the only ones who are really, like, doing really well at their job. Like, the opening anime song and then the Pokemon rap, they're both, like, super catchy.
Pokemon anime song is actually, I think, considered one of the most popular anime theme songs ever.
I think it's one of the best opening theme songs ever. Like, it's a really good song.
It is.
Very genuinely.
I used it for my wedding, man.
You did.
Yeah.
Alright, so that was the Pokemon rap. Slash
wrap of the episodes. Mm-hmm. So that Pokemon of the week. Woo! There's 7 days in a week, and we're gonna talk about Pokemon. Thank you, Nick. No problem. All right, so you want to pick the number for this week's Pokemon? Yeah, let's do it. All right. It's 312. 312. So that is going to be Pokemon. Oh, Fucking Christ Almighty! So this is one of Nick's favorite Pokemon of all. Shut the fuck up! It is so fucking ugly. So Nick, in case you couldn't tell, Nick really loves this Pokemon. I'm gonna murder you. It's Aromatisse! It's Aromatisse. Aromatisse! One of the fucking fairy Pokemon. Hey, there's nothing wrong with a fairy type. No, until you bring in a fat, hard-looking shit with like a cry to do like fucking walls and use like Spore. Not even Spore. I don't know. It's a fucking perfume Pokemon that looks like a fucking prostitute. It is the worst Jinx. I love how much you hate this If I was Pokemon. Held at gunpoint, and I had to either a Jinx or an Aromatisse, I would just say, no, just kill me. Just kill me. But then I would also probably pick the Jinx if I did want to live in that situation. Oh my god. Because, okay, Spritzy is this cute little pink bird-looking thing. I'm like, oh, that's a little adorable. It has like the little medieval times doctor mask. So maybe it'll evolve into like a cool little healer or something. Yeah. Nope. It's just a fat little fuzzball with legs. Fat little fuzzball with legs and horns. A giant f***ing nose. Oh man, I actually don't really have much of an opinion about this Pokemon. And the Pokemon Maison, it's super annoying every time you see it because it only has moves. But I want to eventually make an Aromatisse, and the moves. Damn it, 311 is so much better. I'm looking at the list of Pokemon, and 311 is whatever. I'm not gonna say it. But it's a better Pokemon. Yeah. I'm sorry, man. It's okay. Hey, man, we gotta get Aromatisse out of the way at some point. Okay. All right, so let's look up. Let me pull up Aromatisse. I don't have an Aromatisse, so the moves I would teach it would be self-destruct. And you can't get self-destruct. You can't just give these ugly Pokemon self-destruct. Teach it Covet, and I would teach it Attract, and I would teach it. You would actually teach it Attract because that's a pretty. I would teach it Die. So Aromatisse, it has a really good HP stat and fairly decent defenses. Yeah, it's a defensive Pokemon. That's a whore. That's a whore. Actually, a special attack isn't that bad either. It gets to 166 at level 50. Yeah, it's okay. So you could make it like a bulky Choice Specs user if you wanted to. You could. Actually, if you're the devil. I want to look at it. What moves does it learn other than Fairy, Normal, and Grass? Let's see. It gets Draining Kit. Oh wait, that's Fairy. That's Fairy. It gets Flail randomly. Oh, it does get like Thunderbolt and Energy Ball and Gyro Ball and Flash Cannon and. Oh, good, Gyro Ball, so it can sit on its fat ass and shoot out steel balls at you. I really hate Aromatisse. I know you do. Oh, look at that! It's the only Pokemon with a base stat total of 482. Whoop the goddamn do! I don't hate it. I think it's kind of not very useful, but like it fills that niche, like that spot in the fairy for the fairy type that like all the other typings have a not spot for. Like the Gardevoir is a specially defensive special attacker. Azumarill is a high HP physical attacker, as is Granbull, but more defensive. But that's what I'm saying. Like Aromatisse is literally just. What about Slurpuff? Slurpuff is Aromatisse again. I like Slurpuff. between the two, it's the lesser of two evils, but it's still stupid.
I like it. I think it's cute ugly.
It's cute ugly. Like, I don't hate it, but I don't like it.
Aromatisse, I think, should have been uglier. Because if it had been like purposefully uglier, I think it would have been a cooler design rather than they look like they tried to make it look both pretty and cute and it ended up just being ugly.
Like, it should have been like it should have been like the perfect Aromatisse would have been a dark fairy type that would have been all slender
and hooded
with the even bigger nose mask thing, and it would use moves that like it could learn like Heal Pulse, but also moves like it would learn Toxic naturally and stuff like that.
Yeah, that would have been. I think that would have been a better.
But it
Pokemon.
Doesn't.
Because it's like they instead of like going for the like cool Pokemon design, they just went to the generic. All right, it's cute.
Do you know what Aromatisse is? It is the Walmart perfume worker.
It really is. Yeah.
Yeah.
A fat little big nosed piece of shit.
Yeah, who sells you perfume at Walmart?
Yep. It really is. It's dumb. I think it's kind of harmless. Like I wish, like I said, I do wish it had been like designed to be purposely uglier. But I think it gets interesting moves. Like it gets stuff like Thunderbolt and Torment and Energy Ball and Gyro Ball and Dream Eater. The combinations it can
Gardevoir can learn Thunderbolt and Energy Ball.
I know. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like it can be. I can see an interesting Aromatisse user.
You know, like the kind of Aromatisse user I see?
What?
A dead one.
It's a dumb Pokemon.
Yeah.
We'll just leave it at that.
Okay, there we go. How many Voltorbs do you give it?
Aromatisse? We're not rating the Pokemon.
I give it 0 Voltorbs. They all self-destructed out of having to see it.
I think it's dumb, but I don't hate it.
It's in my bottom 5.
So the Bastiodon was in your bottom 5 too, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe you should stop picking the number.
Maybe.
Because you just keep picking like the ones you hate.
I do.
With like a fiery, burning passion.
Yeah. Between the two, I prefer Bastiodon.
For any particular reason, or just because like, it's less ugly? It's
less ugly, and it actually forms somewhat like it is. Hey, I'm a shield. Let me do the obvious shield thing, rather than the theme of perfume Walmart worker,
and just be annoying. All right. Well, that was the Pokemon of the week.
But we got Pokemon news,
and we have. All right. So, which do you want to do first? You want to do the Cerebi news? Because you mentioned that you saw Cerebi news.
Oh yeah. So actually, guys, confession time. It's been a couple weeks since we've done a podcast.
It has.
Because we had the same job, but whenever we've been scheduled off, the other one's been working.
Yep. And we've both been working like crazy hours.
Yeah.
Because we've been
10 shifts a week.
Yep.
The past 3 weeks.
So it's been a little nuts.
So I played Pokemon Blue.
Uh-huh.
I took advantage of the Mew glitch and the Rare Candy glitch and the TM's glitch because it's the same as the Rare Candy glitch.
I didn't do that until after I beat the game the first time because I wanted to go through one run of the game without using any of the glitches or anything.
Part of the fun for me is using the glitches in Gen 1. Like, it's the reason why I play Gen 1 instead of Gen 2.
Because of the glitches?
Yeah.
I wanted to do one run of the game where I didn't do the glitches because I almost always did whenever I played the Gen 1 games. Except for, like, one of the first times I beat the game.
Because, like, you don't know about them.
Yeah. And I found that the game was a lot easier than I remembered. And maybe it's because I've had so much time to play it, because I've been playing this game for, like, 18 years. Yeah, so maybe it's just I've got so good at the game, but, like, all my Pokemon were only in the 40s when I beat the champion. And I didn't use any glitches or anything to beat it, so.
My Pokemon are in the 50s right now, and I haven't even fought Blaine yet.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Rare Candy glitch.
Rare Candy glitch. Yeah, I could have done 100. Didn't.
So I guess that's commendable.
Yeah.
So do you think the first generation games hold up from what you remember of them?
I'm happy they were only $10 online because that's how much I would pay for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are no longer $40 games.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, I loved playing through them again, but my biggest issue with those games in particular is that the AI is atrocious.
Oh yeah.
Like it's so.
Hey,
bad.
you have a poison Pokemon? My Dragonites can use Barrier. Ha ha.
Ha! You'll
Fuck
never
you.
beat me. Oh, I've lost. Why did I lose? I don't know, Lance. Maybe you didn't use any attacking moves against me. Maybe that's why.
Yeah. Oh, and hopefully I'll be able to take the Mew that I caught into Sun and Moon because I missed the event for that.
Yeah, I did too. I like that you're able to go back and do the glitches. Like I'm glad that they didn't make any
non-glitch.
Yeah, and
fix the glitches.
Yeah, I'm glad they didn't really make any changes to it at all. They just pretty much like uploaded the old games.
Yeah.
Except now you can do Wi-Fi battling and that kind of thing.
You can do Wi-Fi battling?
Well, not Wi-Fi battling, but like
wireless.
Wireless battling is what I meant.
I wonder what happens if you try and transfer Missing No onto.
We'll find out once
it's been updated.
Once it's been updated, I bet you just can't do it. I bet you just can't like.
But will they do that with Mew too, or Mew as well?
I think you'll be able to do Mew, just
because
not Missing No. Yeah, because it is. Yeah, it has a Pokedex entry. Missing No is just a Missing No.
That's true. Or M:.
Or all those other ones. Yeah. No. As of the day that we're recording this podcast, they still haven't done the
April 12th. Yeah.
They still haven't done the update for Pokemon Bank where you can upload the
Gen 1
Pokemon, but they said they will, so I'm assuming they will soon.
Probably when Sun and Moon come out.
So
they specifically said Sun and Moon.
Yeah. So I love playing the game again. I think it holds up. It's just way easier than
it's a lot easier.
Yep. That's one of the cool things is because it's also a much shorter game. It's easier to go back and do like, okay, I'm just gonna go through the whole game with just one Pokemon. Like it's easier to do different challenges for yourself.
My one thing is that the Pokemon distribution's really weird.
Oh,
like where you catch Pokemon or where you can't catch Pokemon. Like Psyduck, I didn't see my first Psyduck till Seafoam Islands.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that when I completed the Pokedex for Gen 1 for the first time, Psyduck was literally the last Pokemon.
Not even Golduck?
Not even Golduck, yeah, it was Psyduck. Because I had seen Golduck before. And then so Psyduck was the last Pokemon for me to see.
That's funny.
Yeah. Do you think they'll do a Gen 2 re-release?
Not for a while.
Not for a while. I think to me, those are the superior games. But
Gen 2. Oh, I love Johto.
Yeah. Yeah, those were the superior games.
Crystal is the... I'm buying Crystal when it comes out.
Really?
Yeah.
Growing up, I had Gold and Silver. That was the only time I had
Gold and
more
Silver
than
too.
one. Yeah, that was the only time I had more than one main series game at a time. Or the first time, anyway.
So, that's pretty much Gen 1 in all of its glory.
It's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Pokemon Tournament came out.
Yep.
I got it.
And your prediction was that you would be good with Machamp.
When I made that prediction, I forgot Garchomp was a character.
Ah.
Because Garchomp is a Dragon Ground type. Two of my favorite types.
Mm-hmm.
And it's Garchomp. So I chose Garchomp. I mean, Machamp's fun. Machamp would probably be like one of my secondary Pokemon, but I'm maining Garchomp.
Uh-huh.
That dig is really fun because it allows you to get past projectiles and then just hit people with your fin.
I've only been able to play it once because I don't own a Wii U, and I've only been able to go over to your place once
since it came out.
Yeah, but I really like Weavile. I like, during fighting games, I like fast characters.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So what do you think of the game, like, overall, as like a...
The game, its arcade mode isn't really an arcade mode because...
What do you mean by arcade mode?
Well, like, you know how in fighting games you fight like 8 characters at a time and then you find the final boss for whatever your character is?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so, like, Pokemon has that. Shadow Mewtwo's the final boss.
Mm-hmm. But,
like, first you have to go through D-League. Then you have to go through C-League, B-League, and A-League. And, like, the thing that irks me is that they're supposed to be more elite as you go through, so theoretically there'd be less people.
Mm-hmm.
But in D-League, the Green League, when you're starting out, there's only 40 trainers you have to go through in order to be the champion of that one. But then once you go to the C-League, there's 60, and then there's 80, 90, and in the final league there's 100. So it goes against logic of like the more elite you are, the less you should have to fight other people.
Yeah, that is kind of weird.
Yeah, but the fighting itself is fun. It's just repetitive.
Yeah, I remember when I was playing it. It took me a while to get. I mean, I'm still not obviously good with controls, but it took me a while to get a good handling of how the controls work.
Oh, for a fighting game though, the controls are real easy. Like,
yeah, they're not as easy as say
Super Smash
Brothers.
But it's no Mortal Kombat.
Yeah,
or
definitely. So which I like. I think it's pretty fun.
Yeah.
I like the graphics. The graphics are cool.
Oh yeah, and you like it's HD. Like you could see the individual furs of Lucario and Pikachu.
Yeah.
The sweat off Machamp, which is a little odd, but you know,
it's still pretty fun. Yeah. Pretty interesting.
Yeah.
All right, so you think it's a good game?
Yeah.
You think it was worth the wait and like the build up and everything?
I think it didn't achieve quite the hype train had, but I'm still happy to own it.
Good. Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah. And I'm hoping they say they aren't playing a DLC, but I'm hoping that's just a lie and they have DLC because I want Snorlax and Caesar.
I feel like that would be one game where it would really benefit for having multiple, like there are other characters that you could bring in, because there's over 300 and something, fully evolved Pokemon.
Yeah.
So you should be able to bring in more for.
Well, not all of the Pokemon in Pokemon Tournament are fully evolved.
And that's true too.
There's Pikachu and.
I mean, you
Rixen.
could probably leave out some Pokemon like Dunsparce.
Dunsparce could be a support Pokemon though. We're forgetting about support Pokemon.
That's right.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah. I'm giving it 8 out of 10.
An 8 out of 10?
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. So now then.
Okay. I'm noticing on your little script here, Sun and Moon and Cerebi are both highlighted because they should be. I went on Cerebi today. And they showed that Korokoro had an announcement saying that next month there's going to be a huge scoop on Sun and Moon. They even showed like the covers of Sun and Moon, but they like whited out the mascots, saying that we can't see them yet.
Oh.
So next month, May, we should find out a lot more about Sun and Moon, according to Korokoro, which is the Japanese magazine that releases Pokemon information before it's officially confirmed by Nintendo.
We haven't talked about Sun and Moon yet.
No, we haven't.
Like as a, what we want to see and everything. I've in our little hiatus, I've been doing a lot of like YouTube watching of like different people and see what they want. A lot of people want really stupid shit, like they want more of Kalos region, or they want like to go back and do different.
Whoa! I'm disagreeing with you right there. I think that going back to Kalos would be awesome.
Okay, going back to Kalos would be awesome.
So what are you saying?
I'm saying like they want to be able to go back to like 4 different regions, or stuff like that.
No, people,
like
realizations.
Unrealistic.
You can't meet them.
Yep.
2 regions tops.
Exactly. So what I did was I made a list, and we'll just go through them like I guess one at a time.
That's smart.
Of like the most common things I've seen people want for the next game.
I want that one. The top one.
Yeah, the first one I've seen almost every single list do this, and that's they want character customization back, because they didn't do it for
Omega Ruby of Sapphire, which makes sense.
Because
they're remakes of a game that didn't have that.
Yeah, but they really want it for the next game, and it would be really stupid if the Pokemon Company didn't do it.
Only had it for the region based in France, which they're fashionable, but come on, they're not the only fashion country.
Yeah. Yeah, character customization was an awesome feature. They really need to bring it back. There's no reason why they shouldn't.
You know what would be cool if like they had like the different clothes sets, but then you could change the colors of the clothes. Like you said, I want this jacket, but I want it in black.
Yeah.
Rather than having to go in the next day and say, "Oh, there's a black jacket."
Yeah. Yeah, they can always do it different ways.
Yeah.
I would just like even better like the regular like character, with like the hairstyle and everything.
Oh yeah.
Like more options for that kind of thing.
Instead of 4.
Yeah, instead of like 4 or whatever it is. Now the next one I see a lot too.
Difficulty.
And that's the difficulties. Having an option for difficulty, which they had in black and white too, correct?
Yeah.
And I can't remember what, because I only played through my Black 2 game once, because I used that as like my base game afterward, and I just stayed there. So I can't even remember what I used
I thought you could only get hard mode once you beat the main game.
That might be true.
Yeah.
Or wait, maybe it was because I think I remembered selecting a difficulty level, so it might have been.
Oh.
I think
so from the beginning.
I think it was like when you could upload your previous game.
Oh, that's it. So if you played white
already,
or black, you could, and then you started black or white 2, then they would give you the option to do
yeah,
it.
I'm not sure.
Maybe. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So a lot of people have been asking for a difficulty setting, and like I mentioned with the Gen 1 playthrough and how it was much easier than I even remembered, I think that would be very beneficial to people who have been playing Pokemon for a really long time. To be able to have a setting where they can already start challenge mode.
At least the choice of it, I would.
At least the choice of it, yeah. Yeah.
I kind of like the idea. I'm kind of casual, just for this sense of like I kind of like just blowing through people because it makes me feel powerful and stuff. So
I prefer a harder setting.
like on my second playthrough of Sun and Moon, I'm probably gonna do the hard mode. But in the initial one, I'm gonna do the casual. Not gonna do easy because it's already too easy.
Yeah. One guy mentioned he wanted to have a little slider bar that you could at any time during the run through the game slide up and down for difficulty.
Ooh.
You would like that?
It would just be fascinating.
It would be interesting. I wouldn't like that personally.
Also, I think that'd be a way to like break the game, like
Yep.
because you slide the bar up for wild encounters, and then for trainers you slide the bar down and then just destroy them.
Exactly. So I wouldn't like that. But so that was like one of the dumber things I saw people say they wanted.
I wouldn't say it's dumb. It's just hard to do.
Yeah. There's no way you could do that without breaking the game, like you said.
Yeah.
So a lot of people have also talked about the experience share.
Yeah.
And how it made the game super easy. You know, of course, the option or the argument is, well, you could just turn it off, but why be given an item like that when you can just turn it off? Now, the experience share is awesome for post game.
Yeah, like I would not have the Pokemon I have if it wasn't for the experience share.
Exactly. It makes it, especially now that there's so many friggin' Pokemon, it makes it a lot easier to get them all, to get them trained. I think it would be better if they either it was like a really
like you get it post game,
or like a late game, like after you did the 8th gym or something.
Okay.
Or in order to obtain it, you had to go like way out of your way to get it. Like there was a bunch of other side tasks.
Instead of the professor just handing it.
Instead of just having it handed to you right after the first or second gym or something.
Right.
Because my first playthrough of X and Y, I turned it off, and that made that game much more difficult. The second time, I kept it on the whole time, and oh my god, I just breezed through everyone.
Yeah.
And I hardly ever used my Granbull because Granbull has a like high leveling rate or something, or fast leveling rate.
Oh, so it was like on level 50 and the rest were
on 40, and I wouldn't even use it. Yeah, exactly. So what do you think?
Yeah, I like the idea of being able to get it. I still think you should be able to get it early in the game, but don't make it so that way right after you beat the first gym, you're just handed it. Like, do a side quest to get it.
Mm-hmm. Like in the earlier generations when you had to have so many Pokemon seen or something.
Yeah, like I think in Gen 1 you need 30 or 50. You need 50.
Or maybe it could go hand in hand with the difficulty setting where if you go easy mode, you get the experience share right away. Or if you get like one of the charging modes, you don't get it until after you've already beaten most of the trainers or something.
The only thing I see with that is that that's going to change the script of the game.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
That's the only really big. Although I guess it does. Yeah, I guess it does a little bit when you have different Pokemon, different levels or whatever. So the next one is the HMs. Now I watched a YouTuber named Hoodlums Crafty.
Oh yeah, I love that guy.
Yeah, he pointed out that being forced to use HMs on your main team is actually one way that
it
adds difficulty because instead of having a 4-move slot, your Pokemon have a 3-move slot.
Right.
And then, all that kind of thing. And I thought that was a really good point. Because he was also talking about how everyone's complaining about the difficulty level, but then they also don't want HMs.
You can't have it both ways.
You can't have it both ways. Or if you can...
I mean, Strength and Surfer in Waterfall, and arguably Fire, pretty decent moves. At least decent moves to have.
At least decent. Strength can get in the way depending on your team. Fly is unreliable sometimes, but Waterfall and Surf... But
like if you have a flying Pokemon, it's just
using Fly, So what do you think about HMs overall?
X and Y did it really cleverly. Like, almost all the HMs were optional to use. Like, they were only for, hey, make a shortcut for later, or get this item. They weren't mandatory. Like,
Black and White did that too, I think.
Yeah. I think you need Surf for 1 point. You need Surf
in X and Y you do.
Yeah.
In X and Y
but you only need it to literally cross one thing.
And you're given a Lapras, like, that exact same time.
Exactly. So there we go.
So do you think they should keep HMs in that regard, or do you think it should be more of like in earlier generations?
Where you need them?
Where you need them all the time.
I think we should keep it to X and Y standards now.
I like that there's that balance there. I don't like the way they did it. I don't like it in Generation 3, because in Generation 3, in order to get through the Victory Road, you needed like 6 HMs.
Yeah.
And that was a little too much.
Generation 1 actually was pretty cool, because after getting to Rock Tunnel, you don't need Cut anymore.
Yeah.
After going through Rock Tunnel, you don't need Flash anymore. Strength is only for late game, Fly is optional, and then Surf is just a good move to have.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Strength is also decent amongst all the other moves. Like, my Nidoking knows Strength just because.
Just because.
Yeah.
Yeah, Generation 4 was also a little bad with their HMs because they introduced a few that were bad.
Going through the Hearthstone Mountain, you need like 4 HMs, right?
Yeah, you need... And of course you also need Defog, you need Rock Climb at one point, which is kind of a stupid move.
Yeah, those are terrible moves.
Yeah. So...
Defog's better now, but when it came out...
Yeah, it was pretty much pointless.
Yeah.
Not totally pointless, I guess.
It was the Flash of...
Yeah. Alright, so next up is Legendaries. Now...
Oh!
I see so many different arguments for this. Go ahead, what?
Magearna officially confirmed Steel Fairy.
Nice. I figured it would be. Now, I see a lot of people that, they're in two different camps for Legendaries. Some people say that, there are way too many Legendaries now, and other people really love Legendaries. I think that for the next game, I would prefer no more than 6 or 7 legendary Pokemon. Because the more you add legendary Pokemon, the more you make them not legendary. Yeah, in my...
So, we have the trio of Pokemon that have the 600, or the 580 base stats, whatever they are. We have the 2 mascots and the third one that goes over them. And then we have 1... mythical Pokemon. That's a minimum of
600.
7.
Right?
What?
I thought it was 600.
Oh, no. I'm talking like...
minimum of 7 Pokemon.
7 Pokemon, yeah. So, I actually like the way Kalos did it. So, like, they pretty much stuck to that formula. They just had, like, 2 more mythical Pokemon.
Yeah, the Kalos didn't have very many legendaries, did they?
No, they only had, like,
trying to think of all the legendaries.
Actually, what's their trio?
Did they have a trio?
I think they only had Evital, Xerneas, and Zekrom. And then the event Pokemon.
And then the event Pokemon, and only like 3 of those: Volcanion,
Diancie, and Hoopa. So wow.
Yeah. I like that. I like that there's only 3 because it makes them more legendary.
I missed the Triad though. Like.
Yeah, I think they do need a trio.
Unova had 2 Triads, and I thought that was too much.
No, they had 3, didn't they?
Well, 3 including the mascots, yes.
Yeah.
I don't include the mascots.
You don't include the mascots?
Trios. They are a trio, but they're not the trio 580 stat based one. Yeah.
Unova and Shino both had too many, like way too many.
Shino's trio is so stupid. I hate Mesprit, Azelf, and
oh yeah, they're not very good.
They're all psychic types, man. Like, come on, give me some variety.
Pure psychic. Yeah, there's pure psychic types. They all look almost exactly the same.
They have different heads. That's it.
Yep. Like, I still don't know which one's which.
Mesprit's the pink one, Uxie's the yellow one, Azelf's the blue one. I only remember that because their names actually kind of collate with their looks.
Mesprit's the pink one, Azelf's the
blue one,
and
Uxie's the yellow one.
Uxie's the yellow one.
Or Uxie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Still.
Yeah.
Still.
They're still annoying.
They're kind of pointless. I can't remember which one's like the all base sets are saying which one's the fast sweeper and which one's the bulky one.
Azelf's the fast sweeper, Mesprit's the balanced.
Okay, so you know it. Good for you. Good for you.
I remember because there's a bitch to catch.
I never caught them until this game. Until our most recent
Auras?
game. Yeah.
Wow.
Or at least
Or
I
X
only
and Y,
used them.
whichever
yeah,
one
I
is.
only used them because they were really easy to catch. They were easy to catch in the other game too.
Shut up. No, they weren't. You're terrible.
I meant in the most
luck.
previous game,
Oh,
the black
I
and
see.
white. They were easy to catch. I don't know about Shino because
No.
I never caught any of the legendaries then.
No, I just suck at catching Pokemon. Like I don't know why, but I need like 100 Ultra Balls in order to catch a Pokemon that is in the sliver of red and it's asleep. It's like, why would you stay in the ball? You're asleep. Whatever.
Oh, that was actually another point that people kept bringing up was that legendaries are now too easy to catch. With, for instance, Xerneas and Evital.
Well, you're supposed to catch them.
Yeah, that you have to catch them, but they also drop their catch rate to like be really low, so that they're super easy to catch. So what do you think of that?
I think, well, for their story Pokemon, it's necessary to catch them.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be stupid to like say, okay, in order to go forward, you have to catch this Pokemon, but you can't catch it because its catch rate is 0.03.
Yeah.
So have fun, heads.
I think that they should still make. I don't like having a legendary Pokemon in the like storyline of the game because I don't typically use legendary Pokemon
It raises
at all.
the stakes though, so that's why I like it because like Lysander wanted to kill everyone in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Max and Archie want to either spread land or spread ocean. By the way, they're pretty hard to catch. I think their catch rate's still pretty low.
Or pretty high.
Or
Whichever
their
one
catch
it is.
rate
It's harder to catch.
makes it harder to catch. Kyogre and Groudon.
Hmm.
Rayquaza, I think, is lowered, but that's because you have to catch it.
Yeah.
In order to...
Again, it just makes it less legend. Because the one thing I really liked about Gen 1 and Gen 2 for the most part is that in those games, the legendaries felt legendary.
Like, they would use Recover.
Yeah, they would. It was hard to catch them. You had to go out of your way to get them. You know, there was like a build up to every one of them. Like in from Generation 3 on, it felt like a lot of them were just afterthought or they're just kind of there or...
See, Generation 3...
With the exception of the Golem Trio and Generation 3.
Yeah, Golem Trio is one of the hardest Pokemon to catch.
Yeah.
Like, even in Alpha Sapphire, I just haven't done them yet. Like,
Yeah.
I will eventually. I have the Wailord and the Relicanth, but then it's too much work.
It is. Well, at the same time, though, all that work... I mean, it's too much to try to figure out, but all that work does, like, raise the stakes of them being legendary. Like,
Yeah.
you have to work hard to get them.
Ideally for me, there's the one legendary Pokemon that it's the title Pokemon. You go catch it because you have to in order to stop the bad guys or whatever, or befriend all Pokemon, or become a Pokemon and destroy the world and stuff like that. Whatever, I don't know. And then the rest of the Pokemon, the legendaries, those should be out of the way. Those should be the ones that are harder to catch. Like, let's say the mascot for Pokemon for Sun, and Sun has a catch rate of 100, so it's really easy to catch.
Mm-hmm.
It won't, but examples. And if the Sun Pokemon is in Moon, its catch rate's like 0.3.
Yeah, so it's really hard to catch.
Yeah.
You know what? That is a good point. I think that's a good middle ground.
Yeah.
And now here's this one that...
Fusions.
The Pokemon Trainer Fusion that has...
Synergy, as it's called in Pokken.
Some people have, like...
There's a lot of
alluded
theories.
to it,
A lot of
yeah.
videos about...
A lot of videos, a lot of theories. First of all, do you think that's a good idea for there to be a way to fuse humans with Pokemon in the games?
I'm looking for the words for it. I like the concept of the idea. I don't see how well it can be executed because I do agree that those little diamonds in the titles, Pokemon Sun and Moon, like they are in the same location as the Mega Evolution symbol. Those diamonds probably do something, and we have seen those diamonds in Pokken Tournament and the manga Pokemon Rebirth. I'm agreeing with that. I just don't see what impact it would have. Like, is it like, do you just double your Pokemon stats or what?
I think it would just... The only way I would be okay with it if it was just kind of like a cool like Pokemon customization. Like your Pokemon can wear a little hat. You know, like
where's the little hat?
it has a little hat or a little scarf or whatever that you can see during the battle. That's not one of its regular items. That to me is the only acceptable way to do it. To have like a human Pokemon hybrid fusion thing, that would be insane. I would not like that at all. But that's just me.
Kill me!
Yes. I would not like that. It would send Pokemon to a really weird place. It would feel like fan fiction. It would feel so weird.
Yeah. So I don't know. I guess we'll just have to wait and see what happens with it.
I guess we will. That's pretty much everything that we have. Cool. Do you have any other thoughts about Sun and Moon? Any other theories or desires? Please don't do this.
Please don't do this. Solrock and Lunatone, nor Espeon nor Umbreon will be the mascots of Sun and Moon. Get over it.
Are people thinking that that's actually going to be a thing?
There are memes on Pokememes, and it's dumb.
Pokememes isn't always the best place to go to for
it's not
theories.
No.
Like the moment there's any kind of like news and there's going to be theories, Pokememes is just like a retarded place to go to.
The base theory.
Yep.
So yeah, no, that's it. I'm good.
All right. Wow. So we really ran this one long, really long, but we had a lot of stuff to talk about. So I guess we'll see everybody next time.
Yeah, we'll see everybody next time. Remember, if you ride your bike indoors, I'm gonna know, and I'll be behind you. Goodbye.
Goodbye.